Oh, my subscribers, it was me and the Blake Aaron. Sorry, this is coming up late. This is not my review. That'll come later. By later, I mean like, I don't know, a couple hours later, like an hour. It doesn't matter. We need to talk. It's gonna be a combination review. It's gonna be two movies. It's not the movies that I planned on reviewing. It's two new movies. And one of them is from Pixar, and another one has certain characters like Rey, Kylo, Poe, Finn, Leia, and BB-8. You should already know what that one is. Well, let's just start with the Pixar one, that being Coco. I saw it yesterday. There was like nobody there. Me and my friend G, we both saw it because I kind of held off on watching Coco mainly because of that Frozen short. You know the one, Olaf's Frozen Adventure, the notoriously infamous short. It's not even a short. That thing runs like 20 minutes. A reasonable time would have been like 5. No, they went for 20 because it was supposed to be on TV. But then they put it in movies because they were afraid that nobody was going to watch Coco. So they had to put the Frozen brand on the movie. That way people would watch it. And people still saw Coco, except they ended up watching it just sitting outside the theater waiting out the Frozen short. And so Disney decided to be a great idea, a actual good idea, to remove the short. And once they did, I saw it. I saw the movie. And it has a Hispanic heritage, mainly dealing with Dios les Muertos. Man, I took Spanish class and I'm still botching it. That's just Dios les Muertos. Day of the Dead. That's the easy way of saying it. That's the American way. English way of saying it. Day of the Dead. And if you know, there was already a movie that already tackled this, and it was called The Book of Life. This is Pixar, so it's different. It's not the same movie. And this movie followed a kid named Miguel, and his story is that his family has banned music. So basically, Little Mermaid 2 plot. I know it was the prequel to Little Mermaid, that direct DVD prequel where the king banned music from the kingdom. It's basically the same thing here, except a bit more smaller scale. And the reason why his family banned music is because, like Miguel's great-great-grandfather supposedly, well, actually did. He was doing fine with his wife and his daughter, but then music kind of like, you know, the lifestyle of a musician or of any celebrity, they get sucked into it and then they kind of leave their family behind in the dust. And that's what happened. Or so we think, because there's a major twist to it. But I'm not going to spoil it because that's horrible. And so, Miguel, like, he sort of idolizes, I forgot his name, De La Cruz, that dude, because he's like the greatest musician in the world, and Miguel loves music with passion. And so, but his family doesn't because of I already said, and they're running shoes. They do a shoe making business, and I'm like, ew. No, I believe his grandmother, yeah. Wait. Hmm. Uh, one of his relatives. I think it might be his grandmother or aunt. I don't know. She is a savage. Like, if you mention music to this woman once, she will go off on you like nobody else. She will. She's rough. She's a complete savage. So Miguel, he kind of runs off from his family because he doesn't like his family. He doesn't want to be a part of it, and so he goes to, his idol's, I guess, memorial tomb, I guess, and he has his guitar because Miguel believes that he is the great great grandson of this famous musician, or so he thinks. And so he wants to play his guitar, and then he's literally, as soon as he plays that guitar, he's transported to the land of the dead. And no, it's not zombies, because that'd be out of place. And there's a bunch of skeletons, a bunch of dead people and skeletons, but they're all colorful and kid friendly because you can't have realistic looking skeletons because that is horrifying. And so he finds like some of his family members there, and he wants to find I forgot his name, man. I should have researched this more. I kind of went to the movie blind. I really didn't see that many trailers. I saw like 2 trailers, and that's it. I didn't see anything else. Then he meets like this dude named Hector. Know that much. And then he helps him. It's more like you help me and I help you situation. I'm not gonna say what, but it's more of that. And so they have to go and find this famous musician before bad things happen. That's the best I can describe it. What do I think? Well, I know for a fact that some people thought that Pixar was going to treat, this type of culture with, not that much respect. Well, they do. No, they do. They didn't do any stupid stuff. And, how there's all this controversy in Hollywood about whitewashing and how it's horrible. And remember Ghost in the Shell earlier this year? And how bad that controversy was. Yeah, it's rough. Nobody likes whitewashing. So thankfully, they did not do that. They didn't do anything that would trigger everybody. So, I greatly appreciate Pixar for doing that, for actually taking time and research to accurately depict this and do it right. Animation. It's Pixar. That's all I'm going to say. It's Pixar. It's incredible. It's very colorful. And it's clear they put a lot of effort and money into it. Voice acting is really good. Story is good. I legit enjoyed the movie. I thought the music was pretty good. Personally, I just think Disney movies are just... I can think of a couple of Disney movies, even Frozen. Despite that horrible short, I still think Frozen is a better musical overall than Coco. And I know that's going to trigger all of you, and that's going to lead to many dislikes. So I'm fully prepared for that. But I still think Coco's good as a movie. And I'm glad, Pixar, they've been up and down, up and down, up and down for a while. For every Inside Out or Coco, there's a Cars 2 and 3. So, yeah. And I know everybody's complaining how they're doing sequels. I don't mind them doing sequels as long as they're doing good or doing well. That's why I'm incredibly excited for Incredibles 2. As long as they have really good original movies in there and not just sequels, I'll be totally fine. So that's my thoughts on Coco. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. Highly recommend it. Now that Frozen short is gone, You can now see, Parents of America. You can now see it without cringing. Now the other movie, Last Jedi. Oh boy. It's really hard to talk about that because I literally just saw it. It's very crowded, as usual for a Star Wars movie. By the end, people weren't hating on it. I actually heard people clapping at the end, surprisingly. And I was kind of surprised because the Rotten Tomatoes audience score is pretty bad. I mean, critics score is like a 93. Audience is now at a 56. And I'm just like, wow, this is... why? Apparently, it's because fans have been complaining that they didn't like the new direction. They thought it's like The Force Awakens all over again. People complain about The Force Awakens because it did nothing new. And now people are complaining about Last Jedi because it does too much new. I'm like, what do you want? You're not going to get that perfect Star Wars movie you want because everybody wants something different. And that's why, I'm supportive of this new trilogy, or this new set of Star Wars movies, since I never really got into the older ones. No, because I was young, and I thought it was kind of lame, honestly. But now watching it, I enjoy them greatly. I really like Force Awakens. I don't care what anybody says. I liked Rogue One. And I liked The Last Jedi, but this review is going to be very scarce because the movie's fresh, it's brand new, and I don't want to give any spoilers away because I'd be a horrible human being if I did. And besides me, myself, I successfully avoided any and all spoilers going in. I didn't look at anything about the movie. No spoiler reviews, no websites leaking out stuff, no plot synopsis, nothing. I went to it totally blind. And I'm going to explain the plot from the trailers. So, all you need to know is that Rey, in the events of Episode 7, Rey goes to Luke on his deserted island, and then she wants him, to train her, become a Jedi, right? That's one of the plots. There are a couple plots. Everybody's kind of doing something on their own. Rey's busy with Luke. Finn is on his own side quest, like this other new character. Her name is Rose. She's significant. Somewhat, because in the beginning you'll see why she's significant, and after that, Poe is just with the Resistance along with General Leia, Carrie Fisher. Rest in peace, man. Watching her in this movie was it was rough, honestly, because it's just a shame she had to die, because I hate when I'm watching movies where people in real life die and I watch them on screen and my heart just kind of drops. Same thing happened with Furious 7 when I saw Paul Walker on the screen. I just got all sad and whatnot. It sucks. 2016 was not a good year for celebrities at all. It was really bad. So many died. It's horrible. Anywho, he's doing that. Kylo Ren. So after Episode 7 was fight with Rey, he's kind of hard to describe. He's still with Snoke and General Hux, and they're doing First Order thing. I don't believe I'm missing anybody. BB-8's there, being BB-8. There are the Porgs, those minion-looking pigeon things. I was afraid they were going to be real annoying, but they weren't. Their presence was kept at a minimum, which I appreciated because I don't want to see them everywhere. I mean, the internet has already taken hold of that and made fan-made posters of nothing but porgs on the Last Jedi posters. So, yeah. Thank goodness they didn't go overboard with them. It's hard to describe this movie, honestly, because so much happens. It's the best way I can say it. So much happens, yet not a whole lot happens. It's kind of like everything's like happening at once. Like, oh my gosh, it's all epic, and then in the end, it's kind of like we're kind of in the same spot as before, and I'm not gonna lie, the ending left me pretty underwhelmed. Kind of like how Blade Runner 2049's ending left me pretty underwhelmed. Where I was just like, that's it? Oh, just... Well, stand to that. Now, the opening is really good. It kicks off action. And like, remember in episode 7 where it started with Poe Dameron and BB-8 and whatnot? Well, this is a minor spoiler, but it's nothing major. It starts off that way again, like in space, like a space battle is happening with, the Resistance and the First Order. It's great. It's fantastic. Then after that, it goes to all different subplots, which I'm not going to spoil. So, yeah, I mean, it starts out really good, really entertaining, and then the ending was just kind of, oh, wow, that was there. So I want to talk about what I liked. Visuals, amazing, great. So glad that those stormtroopers are actually real people instead of a CGI army. I'm so glad. It's nice to see that. Acting is really good. The characters. Some of them had like hard to say. Some had a bigger role, while some had a smaller role. And one of them that had a real small role that was real underwhelming. The last one, episode 7, was Captain Phasma, right? Right, everybody was like so excited to see her, and then she kind of just did nothing. Well, she's barely in the movie. Spoiler alert, she's barely in there. And like, it's so disappointing. Yeah, but Poe has a lot more screen time. This one is a much bigger presence in this movie. And of course, BB-8 over here, he has some really, funny moments. I still think his moments in episode 7, like when Finn was just like this, and then BB-8 just like pulled out a match. That was hilarious. It's nothing quite on that level, but he was still enjoyable. Music, great. As always, Star Wars. Come on. When like Rose as a character, I just really could not get into. I was just like, okay, I mean, you're here, it's cool, but some of the characters really underwhelmed me. And like, this movie has some twists and turns, which can either be a good thing or a bad thing. And for me, it's both. It's good because I didn't expect it, but it's bad because I'm just like, well, now what? What are you gonna do after this? So, yeah. I still really like the movie. I mean, I can tell it's really dividing people. And I think that's going to continue throughout the weekend. And throughout, the holidays. So, I knew this was not going to be as big as Force Awakens. That was obvious. But I don't know. Mixed word of mouth could be a real killer. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens with Last Jedi. It's still gonna make a ton of money, no doubt about it. But we're gonna have to wait and see how word of mouth plays out. So for a, I don't know, rating, I guess I need one. I might give this a 7 out of 10. That might change, but as of right this second, 7 out of 10. It was good. I wish it could have been a bit stronger. Hopefully, episode 9, gets everything, back on like a really good path. Because I don't hate the movie. I just didn't like. It just left me kind of disappointed and not really hyping me up for more like episode 7 did. Because when episode 7, that ending, when everybody saw Luke, I was just like, yes, come on. And then it ended, I was like, I can't wait for episode 8. But here I'm just like, well, episode 9's coming, so okay. So yeah, 7 out of 10. I would still suggest watching it. I think I'll have a decent enough time. But yeah. Be warned of those twists. They can make the movie or break the movie. So that's my thoughts on both Coco and Last Jedi. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. I will see you all next time. I am out.